Hello, hockey fans. Welcome to another edition of BG Falcon Hockey Weekly. Ryan Vallon, head coach Chris Bergeron from the hockey team. Well, it's the second round of the playoffs coming up this week, but first, let's go back to last weekend with the first round against Michigan Tech.
Well, obviously, we're still playing, so it's a good thing. The results must have gone our way, and I thought we played well. I really do. We were going into the third period on Friday down 2 goals, but I did not think that was really an indication of how we had played. I thought their goalie played well. I thought their team took advantage of some opportunities they had, and we hadn't to that point. But I liked the way we were playing, and that was kind of the message to our group going into the third. In the third, we found a way. We earned a couple of power plays, took advantage of those, scored another 5-on-5 goal in the O-zone. So once the first puck went in, there was some momentum there, and in front of a great crowd, I really think that the vibe in the place was outstanding, and it was nice to get a win that Friday night. That first game, especially at home, we felt was pretty important to get, and we were pretty happy to get it.
2 goals in 15 seconds, and then the third goal came in a total of 1:46. So really, the crowd just absolutely popped off, and it seems like you guys fed off of that.
For sure. I mean, how do you not? We hadn't given them much to cheer about in terms of goals leading into that third period, but I do think we'd had chances, and that sometimes creates some energy in the building. And it's much better energy when the pucks go in, though. And as you say, I feel like there's no way we didn't feed off that momentum. And I think that momentum and that atmosphere and that energy carried over into Saturday. I mean, we had 3 goals in the third period on Friday, and we had 3 goals in the first period on Saturday. The only disappointing part about Saturday was we give up 2 goals, but we had the lead after the first period, and we were able to kind of carry that over in the second and the third. And I thought, as I look back on the weekend, 2 really good games against a really good team, and then an atmosphere and a fan base and a couple of crowds that were really, really great. And obviously, we don't want that to be the last 2 games we play at home, but that's a pretty good taste in your mouth from an overall perspective of the weekend.
Yeah, and it was the first time since the middle of December when your team swept Minnesota State that you were able to sweep another opponent, and it came up in the playoffs, also eliminating the back-to-back defending WCJ tournament champs.
Right, and we have all a bunch of respect for Michigan Tech. I've said it a lot of times that they and Minnesota State are people that we're chasing, and because they've been consistent, they had been to the national tournament 3 of the last 5 years, won back-to-back playoff championships, and we knew it was going to be difficult. And I was proud of our guys. I thought they played well and stepped up and took advantage of home ice.
On to this weekend, and here we go again, Coach. It's round 2 against Northern Michigan up at the Barrie Event Center in Marquette.
Yeah, and as we were just talking about earlier, it's probably round 10 or 11 over the course of the 9 years we've been here. These are 2 teams that have played each other a bunch, whether it be CCHA, WCHA, regular season playoffs. We know one another. They've got some of the top players in the league. They're playing at home. They're really good at home. But we're confident. We're confident in the matchup. We're confident in our group. We have to be. I mean, it's that time of year. And the one thing we can't allow, which last year's series we did, is a night where we get jumped and get beat up, and then we're chasing the game. And that Friday night last year, we got just that. Northern jumped us, and they outplayed us badly, and then we scrambled and battled for a game on Saturday, and then we got to Sunday and lost in overtime. What we need to do is give ourselves an opportunity every time we step on the ice. Every game we play this weekend, we need to give ourselves an opportunity, which means we start on time, which means we have to execute at a high level, be really disciplined with our actions, Ryan, because this is the top power play, if not in our league. They're right there. So we know one another. It'll be who executes better.
Weekly accolades as well. Max Johnson, WCJ Forward of the Week, and he was also named the NCAA Ice Hockey Third Star of the Week as well. So it's got to be really nice. We talked about Max Johnson a lot over the course of the past couple of years, but it's really nice to see that he's stepping up his game at the perfect time.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to go with the power play. I mean, we talked about the power play a lot all year. It's been inconsistent. Hopefully right now is a taste that the power play's hot and is going to stay hot this weekend. And when your power play's hot, you'll see Johnson, you'll see Cruz, you'll see those names on there getting their points, and it was good for Max. I mean, he's only a sophomore, but him and Brandon are two guys that we've counted on a bunch, and for Max to get recognized this weekend with his play, he deserves it. I mean, he was all over the score sheet, and somebody that was a big part of the series for sure.
Well, you can catch all 3 of the games, if necessary, Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday on the Falcon Radio Network. I'll have the call starting at 6:37 p.m. with puck drop slated at 7:07 p.m. For head coach Chris Bergeron, I'm Ryan Vallon, and if we talk to you next week, something good has happened. See you then.